Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Portland Design Works Rattlesnake Cage and the matching rattlesnake bottle. Portland Design Works is known for their whimsical bottle cage collections that can add some fun and character to any bike. In this review, we're going to be looking at the Rattlesnake Cage and the companion Rattlesnake bottle, which take inspiration from rattlesnakes. As far as packaging, it's very simple. You just have a cardboard backing with the cage held in place by a couple bolts. Basic specs printed on the back. And then the water bottle itself actually just doesn't come with anything, just the bottle itself. As far as specs, the cage retails for $25 a piece. It is a side entry, so they have a right and left variation, which is great if you have a smaller bike or a mountain bike where it's harder to maneuver the bottle into the cage. These are constructed from aluminum alloy, and they're a one-piece design, so a really nice finish. You have an anodized finish on here that really looks great when the sun hits it. You also have stainless steel bolts for mounting it on your bike, and then the companion rattlesnake bottle. This is $13.95. It's a 24-ounce plant-based bottle from MountainFlow with this custom design printed on it that matches the rattlesnake motif. As far as what comes with it, obviously you get the mounting hardware, the bottle, and then the bottle cage. Now let's take a look at the weight of the cage and bottle. So the cage on its own, that comes in at 58 grams. And then the water bottle itself, which again is 24 ounces, that comes in at 81. Visually, the rattlesnake cage takes the outline of a snake and wraps the body in a circular design to wrap around a bottle and hold it in place. This bottle cage is designed from a single piece of aluminum 5052 alloy, which is also quite thick, so you can see it's a 16th inch thick, so it gives it a really nice robust feel. And because it's a one-piece design, there's no seams, there's no welds. All the detailing is bent directly into it or cut directly out from that single sheet. It's a really premium look. There's also a side entry bottle cage. So you can see this whole right-hand side is open. That means when you put the bottle in, you can pull it out at an angle or insert it at an angle. And that's really convenient if you have a smaller sized bike or a suspension bike where the areas are a lot smaller. If you do purchase two of them, don't forget you have to get a right hand and a left hand. You have to get both variations because when you put the right hand one on the down tube, it's a right hand side. And when you switch it to put on your seat post, you can see it now it's a left hand side. So you always have to get the mixed variation, and then you can flip them if you want both right or both left. And unless you really want to do right and left, then you can get the same version of both. As far as the color schemes, there's two colors. They offered it a black and desert gold. We have the desert gold here. It's a really attractive finish with its metallic anodization. And you can see the anodization is nice and uniform with all the details anodized as well. So all the cutouts, the mounting location, everything's a uniform color. And you have the nice metallic flake that really reflects the light. This is arguably one of their most complicated cages as well. You can see all these diamond cutouts that match a snake scale, and they're everywhere. So you have the eye cutout, you have the snake head shape, these little gaps between the head and the body, this little intersection region, and then the rattlesnake tail. So pretty complicated, but you can see quite a bit of surface area as it wraps around the center area where the mounting locations are. One thing you'll notice that is missing here is, although you have the little backstop here with the 90-degree bend that'll prevent the bottle from falling out, there is no tab here where you normally have the grip ring. So PDW actually left that out on purpose, and that makes this bottle cage easier to use with normal non-cycling bottles that don't have this little cutout. You also don't need it, as it's quite grippy, so there's enough tension here that you don't need that retention tab. As far as mounting, you have a standard 2-bolt setup. They include the stainless steel hardware. This is one of their darker bolts, so it's not a color match, but because it's darker, it does blend well. The front bolt does not have any adjustment, while the rear one has a little bit of play to account for tolerances on a bike. The bolts are also recessed in, which is really nice so they won't rub against the bottle when you're putting it in or taking it out. When you have the bottle in the cage, you can see you don't see much details except for the non-entry sign. So this one you can actually see the snake body, but you can't see the cool details like the snake head or the tail. As with a lot of the bottle cages, PDW also offers a bottle that matches it. Here we have their Rattlesnake 24-ounce bottle, and it's a perfect companion with a matching graphical design. It's a black body, black cap, with the same kind of desert gold color and all the scales of a snake. So you can see the body of the snake with the head, and it kind of wraps around this geometric design all the way to the rattlesnake tail. You also have these cool triangular graphics on the top where you normally see Portland Design Works, and that matches what you see on the actual cage. This is actually a bottle that's designed from MountainFlow, and it's plant-based, so it's constructed from 70% corn and 30% low-density polyethylene. It's nice and soft, so good squishability. Standard threading here, and a push-pull valve. It's a little bit smaller than the specialized variations that they have with their other ones, but still a very simple design. A little gasket here to prevent leaking. And you can see next to each other, they really do pair well, as this black and gold are a really nice color match. Here you can see the bottle cage installed on our Priority Ace of Spades. It's a nice pairing, especially with the gold coloring that matches the black bike. And then you have the bottle, which is a nice black and gold, which really pairs well with the bottle cage. You can see with the bottle on there, you can't really see a lot of the details of the bottle cage, like the snake head and tail, but you do see the outlines, and again, it looks premium with that gold finish. Very uniform and has a little bit of a speckle to it when the sun hits it. The bottle isn't our favorite design, but it's highly squeezable, easy to drink from, and again, looks really great on this. We would have liked to see a jet valve in there, like the Polar Breakaway, but otherwise really nice design. And when the bottle is out of the cage, you can see the cage looks very cool. You have the nice circular design of the snake with really clever details like the head and the rattlesnake tail. So great looking cage, a little bit heavier than a standard cage, but it's worth paying the price, especially for the nice finish and premium details. Now I'll do a quick comparison across the Portland Design Works animal bottle cage lineup and bottles. So you have tons of options. There's cat and dog, so you got the lucky cat and very good dog. Really nice designs, bigger body with more painted features. They also have some nice details like the dog has the paws on the bottom. Then you have the rattlesnake version, which is a little bit more complicated. You have a lot of these cutouts that match a snake scale. And it's beautiful desert gold color. The great thing about all these finishes are all really nice. These are more glossy, while the other ones, like the Sparrow, Otter, and the snake, have this more kind of metallic finish. The Otter one is also a very cool one. You have the whiskers, very similar color here, same almost desert gold color, and nice details with the wraparound design that really hold the bottle in place. And both colors, we have the gray and the brown. The Sparrow one is a little bit sleeker compared to these other ones. So you can see sleeker design with these wings that really wrap around, and nice detailing with the cutout of the feathers. And you can also choose from the owl. So the owl has the wings pointed upward and more of a glossy finish. So definitely a lot of options, but they all look really cool, same mounting. Most of them are top entry except for the cat and dog, which are side entry. They're only available on one side. And then with the rattlesnake, they actually offer the right-hand entry or left-hand entry. The bottles also have matching designs, so most of them are specialized purist. And you can see dog design, cat design. You have the Sparrow on here with this kind of spring themed design. The rattlesnake one is more unique. So if you choose a rattlesnake, you can get the bottle with the environmentally friendly design, 70% corn, so more plant-based. And from MountainFlow, not from Specialized. With the Otter one, you can see you just have this nice water-themed color, but again, a Specialized purist. So tons of options, so really cool to see everything side by side. And you can choose the one that matches your personality. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the PDW Rattlesnek Kej. What we like about it has a very secure grip with the aluminum construction and side entry. It's nice and grippy on the bottle and very easy to remove. You also have a robust and durable aluminum construction again, which really gives it a nice uniform finish with no welds or any other weak points. We also appreciate the clever details like the snake scales and the tail, which really brings the whole bottle cage to life, especially when you don't have a bottle in it. The main negative with this cage, just like a lot of the PDW cages, is you don't have the color matched bolts, so they'd stand out a little bit. It would have been nice if they had the exact same color. Taking everything into account would give the Rattlesnek Kej a 9.6 out of 10. It's a really highly detailed cage. It looks great on just about anything. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com. as well as follow us on Instagram at The Sweet Cyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.